they start devising plans. And so this Pharaoh devises plans. Now, let's work them hard. Make sure that. And then when that plan doesn't work, then he kills the boys. He kills the boys. And then Moses, the boy of the Hebrew slaves, is born. And because the boys are being killed, his mother devises a plan. The way maker. Coming here again, the way maker. His mother makes a little basket. Because the boy is growing and the boy is going to be discovered. And she seals the basket. And she places the boy in the basket. And she takes the basket to the river. She takes the basket to the river. And she places it there. And she goes and hides in the bushes. Just as the basket is flowing over the water, there comes Pharaoh's daughter. There comes Pharaoh's daughter. The daughter of the guy who is plotting to destroy the nation. She sees the basket and she says, "Oh, what a beautiful boy. No. And the baby starts crying because the baby is hungry. The baby has not had food. And then she says, "Who can we find to nurse this baby?" No. The daughter of the enemy. The daughter of the enemy. No, having pity upon the child. And then Moses' sister appears and says, no, I know someone who can nurse the baby for you. Okay, take her. Tell her, this is the princess telling the sister of Moses, tell her that I will pay her. And then the sister takes the child, takes it to its own mother. And the mother nurses the child and gets paid for it. And who pays for the child? The enemy. She would have just fed the child even if she was not going to be paid, because it's her child. But this time around, she finds joy in the fact that her child is not dead. Secondly, she gets to raise her child herself. And thirdly, she gets to get paid. By the enemy. I'm talking waymaker. And then the child finishes suckling, and then he gets returned to the palace. And then he grows up in the house of his enemy. He eats the food of the enemy. He learns the language of the enemy. He learns the culture of the enemy. He becomes an insider in the things of the enemy, that one day don't demonize your enemies. I'm here to tell you, don't demonize your enemies. If you have an opportunity, just sit under their feet and learn the tricks of the trade. Because one day, and so fast forward. No. Fast forward. He sees a Hebrew boy and the Egyptian fighting one day and all this, and he tries to sort them out, and he eventually kills the other, and then he flees and all of this. And one day, while watching the flock, why? I don't have time for the flock. And neither do I have time for flock watchers tonight. I don't have time. I don't have time for the flock. And I don't have time for flock watchers. But one day he was watching the flock in the fields of Midian. The fields of Midian. In the desert wastelands of Midian. And then there was a bush. There was a bush. And at first he did not take notice. Because bushfires were a normal thing in the desert. Bushfires. I mean, it was hot and it was dry, and so it was not an unusual sight to see a bush burning. And so he looked and thought, oh, okay, it's just one of those. Yesterday, I saw another one yesterday, and last week I saw another one was burning, and then maybe 2 weeks ago I saw another one, and maybe tomorrow I will see another one burning. So what's new about this one? But then, when he looked again, it was still burning. And what attracted him was not the burning of the bush. What attracted him was that even though it was burning, it was not being consumed. I don't have time for burning bushes. What attracted him was that even though it was burning, it was not being consumed. Don't you know of another story somewhere where people were sent into a fire to burn? And don't you know? And the fire was made 7 times more hotter so that they could burn. And those people who were taking them to the fire started burning, but the people that were sent into the fire, so that so it's not burning. And then he draws closer. He draws closer to see for himself, what is this thing? The way One day you should call me back to speak about fire. One day you should call me back to speak about fire. And then the fire, he draws closer. And as he draws closer to the bush, coming to investigate the reason why does the bush not get consumed. Not coming to extinguish the fire. No. He's not coming to extinguish the fire. He's coming to investigate the reason why the bush is not getting consumed. He is not bringing a fire extinguisher to take out the fire. He is bringing his research mind to investigate why does the bush burn, yet it is not consumed. And as he draws closer, he hears a voice. Maybe I want to suggest tonight that some of us are not hearing the voice because we run away from the fires. We run away from the fires. Some of us have become artists in escaping the fire. The fire. Once things begin to heat up a bit, you hear some of us saying, if it's too hot for you, get out of the kitchen. As he gets closer to the fire to investigate, I'm talking the waymaker. As he gets closer to the fire to investigate, a voice from the bush, from within the fire. A voice says, Moses. Moses. From the bush, within the burning furnace, a voice, Moses. Moses, take off your sandals. Take off your sandals, because the place you stand at is not the place you used to stand at. Now you're about to deal with things you have never dealt with before. Thus, Moses is holy ground. Take off your sandals. And the conversation, you know the conversation. You know the conversation. The conversation goes like this. Ndikuvile ukukhala kwabantwana bami. The conversation goes like that. Ndikubonile ukucinezela kwabo eliphutha. Ndihlileke. Ukuzabahamba. Esandleni somtshutshisi wabo. Kunjalo nje Moses senzinyalo nelizwe. Ngoba wathuthile. Akakususa endaweni akusuthile. Akakususa endaweni akusiye ine virtue. So, from here to there, a predetermined destination. All I want you to do is to be a midwife, Moses. Let me talk about a midwife. All I want you to do, Moses, is to be a midwife of this process of taking them from there to there. You are not saving them from Pharaoh's hand. You are not liberating them from Egypt. I am. All you are is a midwife. I am a midwife. I am a midwife. I have the green bar in my shoulders. I'm a nurse. I'm a midwife. The midwife does not carry the child on behalf of the mother. The mother carries the child herself for 9 months. The midwife does not carry the child on behalf of the mother. The midwife is there in particular moments in the life of the pregnancy, just to assess if everything is still going well. So Moses, I am birthing a new nation. All I want you to do is to be a midwife. And then, when the labor pains arrive, when the waters of the womb begin to break, the midwife attends to the mother. The midwife is not going to give birth to the child. It's the mother who's going to give birth to the child. But the midwife is there to ensure that the process of giving birth is safe. She evaluates the progress of the labor. She sees that the presentation of the child in the womb is going as expected. She ensures that the mother is not in danger and the child is not in danger. And even when the child is coming, all the midwife does is to support the valve so that it does not tear. And what she says is just push. Push now. Push this. And she supports the valve so that the head or the body of the child does not tear and damage the mother. And as soon as the child comes out, the midwife wipes the child. And presents the child to the mother. And then the midwife disappears from the scene. And the neonatal nurse takes over. All the midwife does, the midwife appears for a while, and the midwife disappears, and somebody else takes over. Let me talk about midwife. Some of us have been given the task of midwifery by God, of birthing a new thing among God's people. And that role is for a specific period and a specific time. And at a certain point in time, we will appear into the scene. And at a specific point in time, we will disappear. And so, Christian tonight, learn the art of appearing. And learn the art of disappearing. Moses, you my midwife. You shall appear. You shall disappear. And somebody else will take over. some of us have missed the church of Jesus Christ because we thought that we were here forever. There's a time to appear. There's a time. Wasn't this John's philosophy when he heard that Jesus had come? As a midwife, the one who is not birthing a new kingdom, but the one who is facilitating the coming to existence. He knew that there was a time for him to disappear. So when his disciples began to complain, saying, hey, his disciples are increasing, he says, no, don't worry. Let him increase, and I decrease. We have lost the philosophy of midwifery. The philosophy of appearing, and the philosophy of disappearing. We have enjoyed the stage for too long because we thought the stage was about us. We thought the act was about us. We thought the spotlight was upon us. And therefore, if I disappear, what will people think of me? Learn the art of appearing and disappearing. Because God will use you mightily. When you understand these things. And so, Moses is a midwife. He appears. Now fast forward into the journey. Exodus chapter 13 and Exodus 14. So all the plagues have gone and everything has happened and all the people have died and everything else. So then sidibana nabo ku-Exodus. Sidibana nabo ku-Exodus 13. Exodus 13. Can you put the words up again of Exodus 13? Of Exodus 13. Just the few verses we read, because I want to talk about. I just want to talk about those words now. After on a count of 3, zawubala ne? Nonke nizawufunda ndithi? Mamelana ndititshala mna wasesikolweni. Again, 3, 2, 1. Again. And then ulanda uyokugqibela alisukanga ilifu emini phambi kwabantu nomlilo ebusuku. The way maker. And so, i-Exodus isifundisa izinto ezimbalwa. Isifundiso okokuqala okokuba lo uThixo umvulindlela akafani noThixo basePalestina. Masiqala oThixo ePalestina yaziwa uThixo. Ayazi? Well, ePalestina akwaziwa Thixo, kwaziwa oThixo. No. I'm putting it better. ePalestina akwaziwa oThixo, kwaziwa izithixo. Ikhona into eyaziwa ePalestina. Kanti ePalestina izithixo zakhona ziyaqinwa. Ezinye zenziwe ngomthi, ezinye zenziwe ngesinyithi, ezinye zenziwe ngegolide. Nantoni na bakwazi ukuyenza benza izithixo. Kukho isithixo semvula, kukho isithixo sobutyebi, kukho isithixo zonke izinto ongazicinga inesithixo sayo. Wawungafumani bantwana, kukho isithixo sabantwana, God of fertility. Wawungafumani umtshato, kukho isithixo somtshato. Lithi isithixo kunjalo isithixo zizi-shapes and sizes ezohlukeneyo. Ezinye zinemilenze emine, ezinye zinemilenze emibini ngathi ngabantu, ezinye zinezandlana, ezinye zinamehlo amaninzi, ezinye zizithixo ePalestina. Xa ufuna ePalestina, it's like you're walking in a mall looking at brands of gods. And you just select which brand will meet your needs. Nansi ke into mandiyithethe ndizogqitha. Zinamehlo kodwa siboni. Zinendlebe, zinemilomo, zinenyawo, zinezandla. ZasePalestina. Yiva owamahebe uThixo. Ndikuvile. Owamahebe uThixo. Ndikuvile. Ukukhala. Which means unendlebe. Unendlebe yamabele. Yiva owamahebe uThixo. Ndikubonile. Which means unamehlo. Kanti uYesu uyandibona. Kandivela njani? Wandibiza. Wathiza. Athi okwesithathu ndihlile. So it is this God who by day is a pillar of cloud, by night is a pillar of fire. And so let me introduce you to the way maker. I said first, he gives you an exit. Did you hear it? That he gives you an exit. So now, let's talk about the pillar and cloud. Let's talk about the pillar and cloud. There are many references in the Bible about the cloud. There are many references. And whenever the cloud is mentioned in the Bible, it signifies God's presence. Shekinah. Shekinah. Ubukho bukaThixo. Shekinah. That is God's presence. And so uThixo ndizawuhamba nani. Umqondiso wokuba ndikho phakathi kwenu izawuba lilifu. And alilifu alizohlala nje lidecorate isibhakabhaka. Izaba lilifu elizawuhamba phambi kwenu. Yiva, iplace yokunyathela kwenu emhlabeni apha will be determined by the place of the cloud. Liqala ukunyakaza. That is a signal for them. Ukuba mabapakishe kule kampu bebekuyo kuzawuhanjwa. Liqala lisukume uku-indicator ukuba qoqoshana kuyahanjwa. Liqala lisukume. Sukume intwana ibisemadlelweni iqala isikhwaze. Umfazana obesikha amanzi asiyemele kuzawuhanjwa. Ngoba ngoku yasuka lithi ukusuka kwayo baqale balandele. Ingadi yamakrestu esingawo asisamlindi uThixo anyakaza. Become so impatient with God and have become so addicted to our own rhythm that we've decided we can walk ahead of God. Wambubeka nje. Wambuchayisa. Wambubetheka. So many scratches ezingaka nje. Ukushiya uThixo ungakwazi uzihambela wedwa lithi lifi ndizamnyeka ke ngoba inyakazi lifi pace funeka ngihambe phambi kwelifi funeka ngihambe apha emva kwelifi amba phemba kwelifu emini ke ingumqobo yivani yenze into